Welcome. I'm so happy you are here. My name is Sophia. Now you go. I'm just kidding. Here we talk about self-development. Please don't. I have a very important guest. If you're new here, you haven't met her yet, this is Libby. And if you've been here a while, you know she needs to be a part of every video. So now we can get started. Here we talk about self-development. Yes, even for adults, because we are always wanting to get better and better. More so when you become a parent, right? If you're a parent, you know the work begins when you become a parent, right? The real inner work, mindset work, self-development work. Parenting, becoming a parent, being a parent requires you to be a different version of yourself. You are no longer the same version. And that should excite you. It's not to scare you. You shouldn't want to be the same. No offense. I'm sure you're wonderful and great, but we want to be getting better and better and learning new things about ourselves and expanding ourselves and seeing what we're capable of. And we can't do that if we are resistant to change and not wanting to evolve and up level and upgrade in different ways and get better and better. If you want to challenge yourself and practice self-development, I have two very real ways where you can do that in my experience. One, become a parent, and two, start your own business. The ultimate, just like there's so many rebirths that'll happen within both of those scenarios. So of course I would go ahead and do both, become a parent for the second time and also start a business at that same time, which was quite the ride, let me tell you. All good things though. Life comes with its challenges and its struggles, and learning yourself better, figuring out why you handle things the way that you do, that all plays into your inner work journey, and figuring out where did you even pick this up from and why. And it's just, I can confidently say, so much better on this side, where we understand ourselves better and we know why we are the way we are and why we do the things that we do, and then how to do things differently, how to become better. What's a generational pattern that's outdated and could be left in the past and you can break, and it ends with you, and what you can take on from your ancestors that they so beautifully passed down from generation to generation, and we get to continue doing that, right? Both definitely exist. There is good and there is not so great that needs just up leveling, upgrades, and changes. So if you're into this work, stick around. I'm happy you're here, and I think you'll be so happy you are here. I love finding like-minded women who get it and who apply it and don't just talk about it. One of my biggest pet peeves, especially as of late, are the talkers and not the doers, but the ones that talk the talk and walk the walk. You know what I mean? They're not just talking about what they want and how they want things to be, but they're grabbing the bull by the horns, the bull being life. And they're like, let's go, we got this, and let's guide this thing. You know what I mean? They know their power. They're willing to learn their power. They're open and willing to do the uncomfortable things for better to occur, for change to happen in good and great and positive, beautiful ways that you maybe can't even conceive of because you've never been there. You only know what you know. You don't know all the unknown. And it can be really amazing and magical and great if you allow yourself to, I don't know, at least dip your toes in it. See what it's about. This whole self-development inner work journey. You know what I mean? So if you're here, you're obviously doing that. You're a doer and not just a talker, right? And I'm proud of you, and you should be proud of you. As you may know, I'm usually talking about what I am currently integrating and processing and healing and developing and upgrading, and my little magic fingers. Let me rest my hands. Let's see how long I can rest my hands for in this talk. But when I'm excited and I'm passionate, you guys, my hands get excited and passionate. You know what I mean? So I want to talk about what I'm currently working on lately, and it's being intentional about how you want to feel. So oftentimes, what I've noticed most people do is we will set an intention for the day. I intend for today to be a great day. I intend to have fun with the kids today, or I intend to have a great day at work today and make connections and deliver, over deliver, whatever. This is deeper. We're going to take it even deeper. And you know that it's one of my favorite things is to dig a little deeper, right? So I've practiced this in different ways for a while now, but this is taking it to another level, and I'll tell you what I mean. For example, before bed, we would write down or set an intention. Ideally, you want to put pen to paper and write it down because it's powerful. When you put pen to paper, it just 10x's it. That's like my favorite thing to say lately. You want to write it down. Something happens when your subconscious mind sees you writing something down in your handwriting, right? It's powerful, it's potent. So you want to write down the kind of sleep that you want to have, maybe the kind of dreams that you want to have. I don't know about you, but I think that we meet people in our dreams that you're not just like dreaming of them, that no, you're meeting them in your dreams, right? So that's another reason I think it's important to pay attention to your dreams. It's your subconscious mind. And there's just more to dig into there. So I think you can get super clear, and you can also ask ChatGPT to tell you the spiritual meaning of your dreams, right? What does it mean about you? How does it pertain to you, and why, and what's it saying subconsciously? What's your subconscious trying to say? And then you can get clear on that and do some deeper work on that if that's what's necessary, right? Let me go back to how I started practicing this intentional way of doing things, of being, really, right? So before our family would do something, I was only practicing it this way at the time, was something just intuitively told me, like, to intentionally write out how I want the experience to go. So mostly it would be for holidays, right? And so I would write out in past tense as if it already happened, but it didn't happen, right? Let's say the holiday was tomorrow, Christmas, Thanksgiving, 4th of July is coming up. So let's say 4th of July. I would write the date at the top, and I would write down, oh my God, we had such an incredible time at the 4th of July barbecue event, whatever it was, right? Party. And we laughed so much. The kids played so friendly and lovingly, and everyone got along so well. And the food tasted great, and whatever my contribution was, it was amazing, of course. And we looked great, whatever's important to you, right? So I would go into detail. Like, I loved the way we looked. We took some great pictures, because there's so many times where we don't take any pictures, and if we do, it's like someone's not looking at the camera, and I'm like, great. We don't have one picture from that holiday. And if you're a mom, like, these things matter. Even if you're not a mom, if you're into photography, if you're into having those memories in picture form to look back at and to hang on your walls. So I would do that. I would get into more detail. What did my parents do? What did my in-laws do? How were they with the kids? Did the kids have bonding moments with them? I started realizing what I really wanted. That's what this practice does. It helps you get super clear on what you actually want, right? Because we're so used to and familiar with what already occurs and how we already experience things, and it just is the way that it is, and this is how the holidays go, and before you know it, they're done. And it's like, no, what if they don't have to be that way? What if you have way more power? I'm realizing I'm not in the middle. Dang it. I think this is a little bit better. This is a lot better. So what if you have more power than that? What if you have more power than you allow yourself to recognize? So I started playing with this idea. We're usually the ones to host, and I'll have gotten games to play with the kids, and I'll have forgotten one game, and I'm like, shoot, this one was for the grandparents to play with the kids so they have bonding moments. Because I don't know how it is in your house, but usually everybody kind of goes and does their own thing. So the older folk will go and yap and talk about what's normal and familiar to them, and it's not necessarily something I want being spoken about on holidays. We're the hosts and we're in control, right? And we have so much more power than we know. And I don't want our kids thinking they're arguing, meanwhile they're just talking about things that want there to be good vibes. I want the kids to be happy. I want them to make beautiful memories. I want to have beautiful memories as well. Just because I'm an adult, I want to have fun and I want to enjoy, and I want to laugh with my sister and my sister-in-law, who's like my sister. I want to laugh with my brother and my brother-in-law, who's like my brother, and my husband. I want to have cute moments with him where we're just grateful for what we brought together and what we accomplished together in hosting another holiday. And we're such a team, he and I, and that's another thing that I consciously created over time. It wasn't always like that. I married an only son. He was the king of their world. And it's not that he's not the king of my world, but I'm the queen. So we are side by side. No one's better than the other. You know what I mean? But I've consciously created all of this. When we first got married, it was not like this. Stick around. I will show you my ways. And he's much more happier because he doesn't feel like he's useless at home. He knows he plays a huge role. He is not only husband and best friend and life partner, he's father, leader, you know, he's a guide. Like, he's so much more than just a provider. Can I get a freaking amen? Because Mike, I need to drop this mic right now. He is so much more than a provider. And I say that again because culturally, I think our men were raised, and a lot of European men, and in general, actually, were raised to be good providers. I don't know how many of them, maybe now, how many of them were taught to be good husbands. And good meaning love your wife, know your wife, understand her, seek to understand her, all versions of her, because we know she changes. And even in 1 month, how many times does your woman change? It's not impossible to know her. I feel like men that like pop out will tell themselves lies. Oh God, here we go. It's that time. We're doing this again. And like, they're so determined to not understand her and just brush it off. Oh, it's just this thing again. Let's just get through it. Let's just get through it, hopefully. And not pay attention because I know she doesn't mean it. And that's such BS. I know I'm going off on a tangent right now, but let's do some couples counseling because seriously, men, you are doing yourselves a disservice when you are choosing to not love your wife enough. Obviously, you want to have a good foundation and you want to like each other for the most part. And yes, marriages go through ups and downs, of course, like any relationship, right? But what is your intention? Get clear on what is your intention here. There's so many hormonal changes that a woman goes through on a freaking week-to-week basis, but do you want to love her through that? Do you want to understand when she needs space and when she needs your affection and when she wants you to cook dinner or take the kids out and give her some time alone, or maybe when she needs you to book her a spa appointment? You'll be more in tune with each other. My husband and I, we were on our nightly walk last week sometime. Earlier that day, I had been looking at booking him a massage, but he was like, oh, I was going to book you a massage earlier, but when would you want it? Because your work days and da-da-da, do you want it after work? Do you want it on your day off or whatever? And I was like, wait, it was the same exact day that I was looking to book him a massage, right? And I thought it was so cute how in tune we were. It's so much more than cute. We were so in tune, and how not for ourselves. That's the key here, you guys. We weren't looking to book ourselves a massage, which is totally fine too. You know, I'm very big on self-love. Love yourselves first, and then you have more to give others. But we wanted to do it for each other, which was so beautiful. And I think that's true and good partnership. But it takes work, you know what I mean? But it also takes work to be passive. I said in my last video, it takes more energy to be negative. It takes more energy to be upset and angry and sad. It's easier to be happy, but you're gonna be and feel and experience what's more familiar to you. So it may seem easier, but it's not. It's not that it's easier. It's that it's just become more familiar to you. And you get to change that. It's so possible. It's more than possible. You deserve it. The people around you deserve it. Want to do better. Intend to do better. Even your intention alone is huge. Intend. You know what? She's on to something. If I can be better, so what? I'm in my 40s or 50s or 60s. Or 70s. I am alive. Even if I have another year, let's just say, God forbid, but hopefully it's decades and decades more that you have to live on this planet, because what a gift that is if you're living it the way you want to be. If you feel good in your body and in your mind, if there's peace in your mind, it's not that every day has to be perfect. It's just that you show up for it no matter what comes your way, and you decide and you choose to handle things in a way that's self-honoring, shows like you have self-love, you honor yourself, you are valuable and you matter, and what's required of whatever situation and what's necessary will be done, and you will get to it, but in a way where you're true to yourself, in a way where you're not self-sabotaging, in a way where you're honoring yourself and your values and your beliefs and your integrity. You stay within these in all ways. Like the saying, how you do one thing is how you do everything. You want to be in integrity with everything that you're doing. We want to be intentional, right? Went off on the tangent there, but I know that more than one person, two, confirmation. As I say that, I know someone's going to need to hear that. So we're going to keep that in. We are not cropping that out. Okay. Note to Sophia, who's going to edit this. Me, I'm Sophia. So we want to be intentional, right? Now we're taking it way deeper. How do we want to feel in all of it? How do we want to feel when we wake up? Do we want to feel well rested? Do we want to wake up with gratitude? And you can literally prime your mind to do this, you guys. I know when I set an intention to be grateful and to wake up happy, and I swear, since I started doing this more intentionally and more not just holidays, which by the way, I didn't finish that. So on brand for me, right? We were getting better and better, trust. So when I did the holiday scripting, we can call it, the exercise where I say what I wanted to feel and experience for the holidays, and I would say it as if it already happened. I mean, to the T. Like literally I would go back at night and I would be so happy, right? Because it just all went so well. And when I go and read back, I'm like, whoa. It's so wild. And then you realize, oh, and I could add this. I'll give you another example. I started using it more than just holidays. I would be like, when we would all get together and there's a lot of energies and a lot of different personalities, and I wanted it to be a good experience. Let me play with this, right? And I would write out, we laughed and we smiled and we shared great stories that caught each other up on our lives, but we were keeping it light and fun. And the whole family's together and all the kids are there, right there. Keep it light. Go outside and have a serious conversation. Or in another room. Or, you know what I mean? Is it age appropriate? Do they need to hear everything? Are they going to comprehend what's going on? Or are they going to make their own beliefs about it? Just be aware. Let's be aware of ourselves. When we're having adult conversations with children around, we want to be very aware of that. And try not to have such serious conversations in front of them. Just not necessary. Go somewhere else. Go in private. And so I would notice, like, it would be like everything that I wrote down. Oh my God, we did laugh more than usual. And we did smile more than usual. And I did bond with this one. Sometimes I'll come back and I often realize after the fact when I get home, oh, I really wanted to connect or bond with one specific person that I didn't, and I did the others or whatever. And then I'll feel kind of bad and I'll set a reminder, an internal reminder. Oh, next time I will. Next time I'll make it a point to connect with him or her or whoever. A lot of the times, that's my main importance, is that the kids feel seen and that the kids know that they're loved by me and that they're accepted and that they are freaking perfect and more than enough. And like, as long as I'm alive, the kids that I get to be around, I want to make a good impact on them. And I want to always be that person where they felt enough around me and they felt seen and they felt important and loved, and we're not pushing them away because we're trying to have adult conversations. No, you know what I mean? And I'm not perfect, but I'm wanting to remind myself of this when I do need the reminder. And sometimes I'll be really passionate conversation and one of the kids will come and try and show me something and I'll want to continue my conversation because we're all freaking children in adult bodies and we all want the attention too and want to be seen and loved and feel enough and whatever, and that connection, you want to feel connected. But the point is, that's my intention, and I will go back and then make the kids feel important and remember, like, oh, okay, we were just having a conversation. It doesn't mean that I don't love you and I didn't see you. I just needed a minute and now I'm here, and eye contact, my full energy, they have my undivided attention. I think that's so important, and I love that I get to be that for them. I really do love that. We all need at least or just one person to see us and to believe in us and see the good in us and our potential. So for me and my existence, I want to be that for the children in my life, right? Obviously not just my children, but my nieces and nephews too. And God willing, they will multiply. And then I get to love more of them. So we're going to be intentional and write out, right? As if it already happened. How did the day go? And then you will learn. After you do it, you'll realize, oh my God, wow, it worked, right? It actually works. And then you'll get even more detailed. You'll notice, the example I was trying to give before is, so I would do the holiday thing and the events thing, or when we would all get together. And then it'll be everything that I said, but there will also be some things that I didn't want to happen. So what I started doing was getting even clearer, right? That's what we do. We go even deeper. We uncover another layer. We peel off another layer. We're like, oh, so not only do we want to laugh and bond and connect and enjoy each other, but we also want to have productive and positive conversations. And we also only want to talk about us and our family and where we're going and what we're creating and what we're wanting, maybe our dreams, our desires, because when two or more gather, you guys, and we want that for the other, we want what the other wants for them, it's so much more powerful. We are so powerful on our own, but when we come together and pray on the same thing, set an intention, whatever you want to call it, it's essentially sending out a prayer, a signal. This is what we want. It'll come to you, and it'll come to you so much quicker. It'll be so much better than you imagined. So also know how we affect each other and how our love can create anything for each other. And it gives us an opportunity to love each other and do something beautiful in the energetic realm, in the unseen for each other, right? So you set your intentions. So how do you want to feel when you wake up, right? Well rested, rejuvenated, got your beauty sleep, and it shows. So when you look in the mirror, you are looking refreshed. And you are writing that out before it happens. You're commanding your body, essentially. These are the signals that you're sending out. So if you're already saying, I felt amazing when I woke up, I felt refreshed, it has no choice but to come. You just have to believe it. This is the only thing that needs to occur. You have to believe it as if it's true. So if you're sitting there saying contradictory thoughts, you want to just work on those and clear those up. Well, does it have to be true that I have bags under my eyes when I wake up? But it doesn't matter how many hours of sleep you're getting, by the way. None of that matters. Set your intention. And if you want more hours of sleep, set your intention for that. I got 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep. I know that may seem like no big deal, but if you're a parent, that is heaven. So get clear on your intentions. How do you want to wake up feeling, right? When you look in the mirror, what are you going to say to yourself? You're literally writing the script out before it happens, as if it already happened. So for tomorrow morning, let's say you're going to write out whatever it is you want to feel, right? So for example, I woke up feeling so refreshed, so rejuvenated, so grateful for another day, literally just happy to be alive, happy to have legs to walk on and stand on and walk into the bathroom and, wash up and brush my healthy teeth and healthy gums and wash my clear, beautiful skin. And even if it's not true, you guys, but you want that to be true, that's what you're going to say. And you're going to feel what it would feel like to have those things, right? That is the key, you guys. You want to experience it before it happens. That's how it happens. We first experience it with our feelings in our minds, and then it comes in our reality. In my experience, anything I've ever wanted, really deep desire, that's how it's happened, and even the little things. So try it and then let me know when it works. And come back here and just, maybe give me a thumbs up or a thank you. That's what we're doing. When we look in the mirror, we're going to say something nice. I love you, maybe. I love you. Start your day with self-love. So you wake up, you go in the bathroom, you do your thing, you look in the mirror. I love you. You're beautiful. You're amazing. You're incredible. You're still here after everything you've been through. You're handling it all so well, and you're honoring yourself and your feelings, maybe. Whatever it is. And then What kind of a mom do you want to be today? How do you want your kids to feel? Obviously, it's not all about us, but it does start with us. And then you move your body. Nothing says I love you to your body. That is your temple. That is your vehicle in this life, Then a 3-minute stretch, even quick, just move your body, do some yoga poses, do some stretches. I can record a video on that and put it on my Instagram or TikTok, maybe, if you want, of the one that I keep doing that's so incredible that my body feels good and healthy. Even if I don't work out and I just do those 3-minute stretches, and I do them throughout the day, but especially in the mornings is the one that I try to do, especially. And then if I have time, I'll do more. One midday, one after lunch, maybe, and then in the evening after dinner. And the way that it helps with digestion, the way that it helps with my energy levels, it's amazing. And it's literally maybe 3 minutes it takes. So do that. Set an intention to move your body, to show all of yourself and all of your life that you are here on purpose, that you love it, and that you are grateful for it. So you're going to do that with your family, with your home, with your work, and you're going to just be intentional. How do you want to feel when you're in creation, when you're working? Do you want to feel authentic? Do you want to feel creative? Do you want to feel like you're making an impact? Feel those feelings. Write that out and you will experience that. So this is no small thing. This is pretty powerful because you are pretty powerful. I love you. Thank you for being here. Let me know your biggest takeaway. Let me know what you're actually going to use and apply in your life. And I'll help you. Of course, you can workshop it even here in the comments, or you can DM me if you want a more private conversation. But we can workshop your intentions and how to get clearer on them and get to the root and what you actually want. So thank you for being here. Comment, subscribe, turn on notifications so you get notified whenever I release a new video. Let me know what you want to hear. I am open to suggestions. Remember to show some love. Open up your heart, because the more love you show, not just here on my channel, but just in life, the more love gets reflected back to you. It'll come back to you tenfold. All the goodness comes back to you tenfold. Make that your new affirmation. Love you. Bye.